Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terraria, I should say. And on tonight's call, as you guys can hear, we have a couple people with us.
Beelzebub Gamer, guys, behind y'all seats.
Oh, and you just died, man. Flailing about was finally stopped by an undead Viking. We also have Caffeinator on the call with us tonight.
How's it going, guys?
Now, what were you doing down there, man?
I was trying to get some iron ore from these undead Vikings, but there's like 3 of them down there, so... And I was on a perch, and they couldn't get up to me, and I was beating the crap out of them, but they got up to me.
You got too cocky there.
No, I got too cocky.
What were you fighting them with, a sword, a bow? What's your weapon of choice?
Sword you gave me. Oh no,
okay. I don't know if I gave you that. I think Beelzebub might have, or not Beelzebub, Caffeinator Man might have given that to you.
Okay.
What did I give him?
The cactus sword?
No, I didn't have a cactus sword.
Oh, okay. Well, I know we did run over there and get some of that cactus stuff a few episodes back, but I wasn't sure what pieces I had made them. I'm going to come over here because not only is there some resources I kind of want to mine, but there's a few mobs over here who killed me a few minutes ago, and I not only want to get my money back, but I want some revenge. I want to kill these guys. There you go. You can see the little bat down there. So let me go ahead and use the fact that he can't get in here. Can I get in there? There we go. Kind of. Little bit.
Yeah.
Come on, let me in. Let me in. Yeah, nice. Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and start mining the rest of these gold ore. Now, can you make an entire gold suit?
Yeah.
And do you get...
What's the toughest thing to make armor at?
Well, we asked that question already, and the answer is kind of complicated because there's a lot of different materials in this game to go through. Right?
Yep.
But on a scale, gold would be better than what? Say iron or...
Gold is definitely better than iron. Silver is also better than iron.
That's not real life physics, though. That's
well, guess what? This ain't your Minecraft game.
Yeah, I was gonna say the gold in that game is not really as good as what you would expect it to be, but in this one, I guess they give you a little bit of leeway because it was the old RPG styles. You know, like if you ever got a gold suit, there was a game that I'm gonna mispronounce this game for sure, but me and my brothers always made fun of it because it was so unpronounceable. But it was something like Faxinana Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo or something like that. The letters were just really, really long, and I'm sure somebody out there knows exactly what game I'm talking about. It's an RPG, and it was just one of the greatest ones back on, I believe it was the Nintendo. It was one of those hard games, and at the very beginning of the game, actually, there was a helmet that you could buy, and it was the only time you would see that helmet, and you had to save up to get it. It was something like 600 or 700 coins, and each monster at that time would drop like 1. And there was only one screen that had a monster, so for you to get that item, you had to go back and forth across the screens over and over and over again, like 700 and something times, killing that same mob again and again and getting the coins from it just to be able to buy that item. Otherwise, you'd miss it. Like, you get to a certain point, and you could never get back to this area, and I'm used to games like that, so... They did have gold equipment in that game, I believe was the name of it, and that stuff was better than pretty much anything else you would find in the game. And so I can understand that. Maybe they're going back to their roots, like the old style, really, really basic.
The reason I bring it up is because in real life, you can cut through butter with a steel sword, cut through gold like it's nothing.
Yeah, it's very valuable.
It's iron, and then I believe steel is stronger than iron as far as armor goes. And if you wore gold armor, it was for pomp and circumstance. It was for like parades or the king was showing off. You wouldn't ever wear it into battle.
Yeah, but if you look at the old video games, they didn't take that into account, and it was okay back then. Maybe we just accepted the fact that they weren't putting as much effort into them as they do now. Like nowadays, they have entire teams that are dedicated to just making sure like the history of Assassin's Creed is like as accurate as possible, and they send teams down to like the memorials and the national sites that they recreate in their games to make sure that it's all proportionate to one another and they get all the details right. And they spend a lot of freaking effort into these games now, and I guess maybe we kind of expect them a little bit more than.
Well, no, let me tell me your opinion on that, AC. Do you think that they should be more historically accurate, or do you think the game makers should just be able to have free license and make up the story that they want to make up? Because I kind of swing both ways. I like to see the historical righteousness of games like Assassin's Creed. But then again, I like a good old made-up video game that's unlike anything that I've ever played. So I can go both ways on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Just know how you,
Yeah, and I do apologize, guys, for the lag on the screen. I'm gonna see if I can ride this out, and if it will go away. If not, I'll go ahead and pause it and come back here in a second. But on the question you were asking, I completely agree. I have it both ways as well. And the way I look at video games is pretty much how I used to look at movies. There are those really in-depth movies like Schindler's List or something along those lines that really go above and beyond with trying to create as much historical accurateness as possible that you find interesting and you actually find enjoyable. And then there's those really fun romps that have a story, that make you cry, that make you laugh, and you walk away with a good feeling at the end of them. You know, it's the same way. There's tons and tons of different styles of video games that you can have, you know, out there, and you just have to find the one that you enjoy the most, or a combination of the two. Some days you feel like a comedy, something stupid, you know, like Once Bitten or something like that with Jim Carrey playing, you know, a vampire and stuff. You know, and some days you want that hardcore, you know, like the Riddick or something, you know, the Die Hard, Rambo kind of things. And it's the same way with video games. You know, some days you want to play that Halo, and some days you want to play that mystery one, like, oh crap, what was the name of that video game? He walked around everywhere asking people about this dirty Kleenex. I can't think of the name of it now, but it's a cult classic. There's a lot of people out there who like this video game, but yeah, it's weird. You know, it's like a mystery. You're a detective. You're trying to solve the crime and stuff, and there's a lot of different types of games out there, and it's just amazing how many, you know, for me anyways, that I enjoy, you know, in different ways. I don't know about you guys. What are you guys into? Just like one type, RPGs, and that's it, or do you guys like to?
Oh no, I can play anything, but I wanted to ask Calf, what's your opinion? What kind of games do you like, man? Just like AC's asking. I tend to favor RPGs for sure, but I like shooters sometimes. I like fighters. I like strategy games, but RPGs are definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of different types of games. I would say, you know, more than anything, it would be easier for me to name the type of games that I'm not really into. Specifically, like, I'm not really into sports games.
Yeah, no, me either.
I'm not into. I've tried like those, like Dota and stuff like that, but you know, I just don't have the time to devote to really learning those games. I kind of like MMOs, but I don't really play them much. And what was the other one I was thinking of? The modern military shooter games, like your Call of Duty, stuff like that.
Battlefield?
Not really into those too much either.
I like them. I'm just not real. I used to be really good at them when I was younger. I like CS:GO. Yeah, I used to be really good at that game, but I found that, you know, those are the kind of games that you have to play constantly to keep your edge, or otherwise you're going to get your butt kicked because of all these young kids that come up and they want to play it and stuff like that. So it's, you know, and I would rather be playing EverQuest or Minecraft like you guys than.
Hey guys, I do apologize for that short little break right there. I was having some issues with my computer. I went ahead and restarted it, and it does seem like it's cleared up a little bit more. Now, Beelzebub is on the call. He is muted right now. He's working on some stuff, but he's here. He may chime in from time to time if he, you know, gets a few seconds here and there. So do not be surprised if he joins into the conversation. But right now we are playing with Caffeinator.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And you are still down there in the basement, right? You're exploring more and more?
Yeah, I was trying to get the rope down further. Been running into problems with bunches of water and lots of enemies and stuff. That's slowing down our progress.
Yeah, I mean, but I think you could bypass a lot of the enemies we're fighting. I think we just wanted to see what they dropped, and, you know, it's the first time that we've seen a lot of these enemies. Or I'm speaking for myself anyways. So I kind of wanted to just fight them and see what they were like and how hard they were, and it's been really fun. I've greatly enjoyed coming down here, which is what one of the viewers actually suggested we do. Now, how soon before you usually do this yourself?
Fairly early. I usually do a bit of exploring in the surface, and then I'll go and check and see you know, what I can find down underneath.
Yeah, definitely get this yo-yo. You were actually telling me that, you know, this game's been out for quite a long time, and when it first came out, didn't have a lot of the stuff that we're using now, right?
Right. Yeah, the yo-yo is a pretty recent thing that they added.
Now,
they
what
actually added several yo-yos.
And what are some of the other things they've added recently with some of the recent patches, I should say?
Trying to think of good examples.
You said something about the main boss guy, right? Like they recently added that guy into the game?
Yeah, there's a final boss in the game that was recently added. Just all sorts of different items. There's new events, like there's special events that happen in the game. There's some new ones that were added.
Oh, what kind of events are you talking about? Like for the holidays, or?
Well, yeah, there's like a Christmas-related event. There's a Halloween-related event. There's also things like Pirate Invasion. There's a Blood Moon, which is where like zombies and demon eyes and stuff attack your home. There's a Goblin Invasion. Let's see. There's a solar eclipse, which happens during the day, unlike some of the others. Basically lasts the entire day, and you have like movie-themed monsters attacking your house. You know, like Frankenstein and the Fly and things like that.
Oh, the classic ones?
Yeah, like classic movie monsters attacking you.
That's kind of cool. But I mean, we're already in October, and I haven't seen anything Halloween related yet. Like, what day does that come out? Just like literally just Halloween day?
No, it's actually you have to summon it. You have to craft a specific item and start it. It's called the Pumpkin Moon.
And you can do that at any time of the year, or only during like October?
Yeah, you can actually do that anytime during the year.
Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of cool that they got it, but I like the ones that you can only do it at that specific time of the year. It kind of sucks because you may miss out on a lot of that stuff if you don't play all year round, but I like just coming back to it after a few months off because there's something new to check out, and it kind of brings you back into the game, and you get that enjoyment again. Like you got the very first time you played that game and came to it after a long break. It's very cool, and you don't really get to experience that with a lot of the new games anyways. I know Ratchet and Clank, there was one level that had it where you had to show up to the museum on a certain day at a certain hour, and it would unlock at like 2 a.m. in the morning or something like that, and you could get some like power up. I think it was like boots or shoes or something along those lines. Should we drain that out before we dig any further?
Yeah, might as well. Dungeon Keeper also had something like that. Sorry, Dungeon Keeper.
Oh yeah, what did Dungeon Keepers have? I love that game.
It was, I think it was on the day of Halloween. You get access to a specific level.
That was such a great computer game. Did you play the? I hate to even mention it, but did you play the Dungeon Keepers on like Facebook?
No. You mean the mobile version?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh yeah, everybody was really upset about that.
The time it took you to do anything in that game, and just the overall feel of it, was not the game that I was hoping that they would do for that series. I mean, it had such potential as far as like the following of the fans. The fans love that game. It's like a cult classic for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Ooh, check out that
It really
house.
wasn't even an actual Dungeon Keeper game.
No, not really. Not in the sense that people were hoping it would be. And it was another one of those time sync games that really, you know, I played O-Game. I don't know if you have ever played that one. It's that space one on the computer. You can go on there and you spend your spacecrafts to other planets, and you can upgrade your research and stuff like that. But it takes like, I don't know, like a day and a half to do anything once you get to like medium level. You know, it's one of those games that the longer you play and the more you upgrade, the longer it takes to do anything in it, as far as research and stuff like that goes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not really a big fan of those games. I understand their place and why people do them that way, but as far as I'm concerned, I like a game that progresses at a normal pace, and the more effort I put into it, the more I get back from it. Not simply, make me wait like 16 hours before I can come back and check on the status of whatever's going on. So, but I know there's a big niche out there of people who play games like that. Just never been a fan of them. Do you enjoy those?
Not for the most part. I mean, we're primarily talking about like free-to-play games.
Yeah, kind of, I guess, but mainly phone games seems to be primarily where those things are located.
I mean, some free-to-play games are alright. I mean, the timers are designed to make you want to buy upgrades so that you don't have to wait for the timers.
I guess that could be it, but I mean, if you play like EverQuest used to be a pay-to-play game, and now it's a free-to-play game. And of course, there are things in it that you can buy to increase, you know, your speed at which you level and things of that sort. But you don't have to have them, you know. And in some of these other ones, it just seems like without them, it takes you like 12 weeks to upgrade, you know, a building from level 5 to level 6, and that's just ridiculous. Like, who's going to come back after a month and a half of not playing the game because there was nothing for you to do at the time, you know? And at least that's just my rant on that, guys. I just don't understand it. Is this the hole? Yeah, we need to go back up this way. So do you play any phone games? Do you have a favorite game right now that you're into?
Actually, kind of oddly, I play some card games. I don't really like card games so much on PC, but I seem to get into them on the whole collection aspect on mobile games.
You talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh or like Solitaire?
Like the card collecting type games.
Card collecting, like Magic the Gathering? Like you actually fight with the cards, or?
Yeah, I mean the cards are basically units that you use to attack and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't played a game like that in a while. I did like the Pokemon series for a long, long time, but I don't know, it seemed like after a point they stopped coming out with new stories, and it was just kind of like the same level that they just reproduced over and over again on the Silver and Sapphire, and you know, they came up with like 2 versions for every game, and that means you'd have to go back and play both of them if you're a really hardcore gamer, and as far as like if you were into Pokemon, and so I always had to do that, and it just kind of got to the saturation point where I just couldn't take any more, and it's kind of unfortunate that they do that. Are you big into any of those games out there like that? What series do you love? Is it a Star Wars, Star Trek? Do you love the Mass Effect, the Halo? You know, like what game that they've made multiples of are you really, really big, you know, into?
I think probably you'd have to go with the Half-Life, like we mentioned, talked about before.
Right.
It's really one of my favorites. And there's a few others like that they haven't really done like multiple of. Well, they've done multiple of, but I haven't really played much of them. Like Dishonored was one I really enjoyed recently. Alien Isolation is one that I really enjoyed recently.
Oh, is that lava?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, don't dig into the lava there.
And if we do we lose our equipment and everything else like that, like you do in Minecraft, or no?
No, you won't lose your equipment.
You'll just die instantly?
Yeah, you'll take a lot of damage.
Okay, and I didn't want to, you know, interrupt you there, but you were saying Dishonored was another one that you were big into?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I kind of like games with like a stealth mechanic.
Right. Yeah, did you ever play like Thief Deadly Shadows?
I've played the new Thief game.
See, I haven't played that one yet. Oh, is this minecart?
Yeah, there's a minecart track there.
Wow, so if we put a minecart down right now, we could ride this rail all the way down.
Yeah, in fact, you get a default minecart, so you can do that.
There's a dude down here. I'd lend you a hand, but last time I did that, I didn't get it back for a month. Holy crap. I can shop from this guy. Okay, what does he have? He has rope. He has bombs. A green counterweight. Throws a counterweight after hitting an enemy with a yo-yo.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's kind of nice. I don't think I have enough for it. It's 5 gold. Let's see. A bone torch. Yeah, emits a deathly glow. Glow stick and healing. Yeah, I don't have enough for that. It's 5 gold. I have 62 coin copper and 37 silver.
Yeah, I don't have much gold either. Can't really do much with him right now. One good thing about him being here, though, is that he's preventing mobs from spawning.
Oh, that's right. You did mention the fact that if there's any NPCs nearby, they won't spawn nearly as often. But it's not a guarantee, right?
Yeah, when he's around, mostly mobs don't spawn like hardly at all, really. So I'm gonna take a little ride on this minecart.
I'm seeing if I can find. Oh, do you have a minecart with you?
Yeah, you get one by default. Oh, crud. That was bad.
When do you get one? Like, oh, you just step on it?
Yeah, you just right-click on it, and you have one by default.
Oh, okay. Let me head back down there and see if I can ride that. Which way did you go? Did you go to left or right?
Left. And as you can tell, you don't want to go all the way to the end of the track. You go left. Because the end of the track goes into lava.
Oh, nice.
The end of the track goes right into a pool of lava.
How far did you go before you hit that?
Fairly far.
Oh, you know what? There's a whole bunch of jars over here.
Oh yeah, that's the marble biome here.
Ooh, that bat.
I found a nifty sword in one of those chests.
Just now or before?
A little while ago.
Okay, guys, let's check it out. Let's see if we can get onto this.
I also threw a.
Can we stop ourselves? Oh yeah, we kind
Oh,
of.
crud. Imp. Oh, that's the end of the track on this side.
What's this purple stuff up here growing on the ceiling?
Just aesthetics.
Oh, okay, so it's not something we want to mine?
No, it's just like mold or something. Algae. Watch out for her.
How do you get off?
Hit R.
Get off of me.
Oh, crud, that's a Medusa, watch out.
Oh, turn me to stone? Am I dead?
No.
Oh, now I am.
Oh, crud. Dang it.
Medusa will actually turn you to stone if you look at her, guys. How long do you have to...
You don't even have to be looking at her.
Oh, just like the first one that she wants to turn?
Yeah, if she's got line of sight with you,
you,
and you're close enough, she'll turn you into stone.
Which is kind of cool. I like the fact that the mobs have... Oh, no. Dude, what are the odds? I'm falling down. One of the mobs jumps across the rope, actually hits me into the land, and I come crashing down at such a velocity that I die instantly. Which I guess I should expect, because the mobs, you know, they are attracted to you. That's exactly what he was trying to do, was hit me. It's not like it was a flaw that he jumped across at just the wrong time. He was gunning for me, but
yep.
I didn't expect him to have that kind of accuracy and be able to kill me that quickly. But I think, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, guys. Subscribe button. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below, because I do love hearing back from you. Is that an eyeball?
Yeah, suspicious looking eye. That's for summoning one of the bosses.
Oh, which you already done?
No, I found it in the chest.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. What does it do?
So if you use it at nighttime, it'll summon the first boss, the floating eyeball thing.
Is that what you're doing right now because it's night?
No, I just dropped it in front of you so you can grab it if you want.
Oh, yeah. Like a boss, guys. Just got the achievement. Yeah, we're going to have to try that out when Beelzebub gets back. I kind of want to wait for him on that one, because that seems like a pretty... Is he going to be pretty tough, right? Because a boss is, you know, normally one of the hardest creatures you'll ever fight in the game.
Well, it is the easiest boss, so it's too bad.
Can you do it by yourself, or does it get harder? Does it scale up with the more people you have?
It's, I don't think it scales, actually. So it's, if you have multiple people, it's not too bad.
And it's just... Go ahead, man.
I said I could be wrong.
And it's just a giant eyeball, right? So if you're going to fight him, you're going to want some ranged weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can try that. In fact, while we're over here, and I know I did say I was going to end the episode, guys, but we're gonna come over here and finish this house, because I did have an idea. I don't know, you guys are going to have to let me know what you think of it, but I figured since this house that we have here kind of looks like a little period or a dot, we could have our giant letters over here, maybe saying AC or something weird like that, and maybe do one for each one of our channels, because I know that would be kind of cool. But Beelzebub or Hydros is going to take freaking I don't know how long to spell that out. So I figured mine would probably be the easiest. But you were actually saying that at one point you did some YouTube videos as well.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? I mean, like, what was some of the things that you found enjoyable about that, or did you find like the entire experience kind of, you know, shocking? Because I know some people out there are thinking about doing it for themselves, you know, and they're kind of interested in what it might take and how long do you have to put into the time and stuff like that. And I try to get everybody's opinion on what they, you know, found when they started doing it.
I just kind of enjoyed like the whole sharing the experience, and you know, sometimes interacting with people, getting feedback on it.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean. I think the community is the best part of you know, what I've gotten out of this channel is just the fact that everybody has been so kind and so welcoming that, you know, I've heard all these videos and all the stuff that people say where they're like, oh yeah, people on the internet, la la la, right? But I haven't seen that. I've seen just terrific people reaching out to other people and just having you know, a great time with one another, and it's a really amazing feeling, and I'm glad I could be a part of it and get to enjoy this aspect that I wasn't expecting. So, holy crap, how high can I go?
Do you happen to have any of the amethyst gems?
If I do, I left them inside the crate over there on the top, the little blue one.
Yeah, amethyst? Okay.
Any of the gems that I had.
Okay.
Do I need a hammer to break that? Yep, I sure do. Let's see if we can get up here. Put this down right here. There we go. And I'm going to have to make some more of these.
Yeah, I stepped all over you there. We can make a topaz grappling hook right here.
A topaz grappling hook? So that's going to be better than the one you already have, right?
I think it's slower, but I can't remember. Exactly. Let me go ahead and make that for you. Bam. There you go. Now, the way you equip it is, you know how you got your armor and accessories on the far right? You got there's a little button that you, right above that, you click on. It's called, it says equipment when you mouse over it.
Hold on a second, I was converting stuff. So I need to go into my grapple hook? Where's that at?
And actually, when you pick up the grappling hook, when you click on it with your mouse, it should actually switch over to your equipment tab on the far right. You're going to see 5 different slots that you didn't normally see.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
Okay.
And drag it over there?
Yeah, so on the far right is the bottom, I should say. Far bottom is the grappling hook slot.
Okay, hold on tight. Achievement unlocked, guys.
Yeah. So now you use the E button by default to deploy your grappling hook. To let go, you can just press the jump.
The E button. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to move that button to something else. Yeah, that's not gonna work considering I use my arrow keys. It's very cool though. I like that. That is. Oh yeah, let's warp down here. Can we go? No, it won't let us go down further. We'd have to actually move. Ah, we're actually stuck.
Jump.
No. Oh, come on, let me out of this. There we go. Okay, so you can't get stuck using that thing. That's kind of interesting to know. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. Again, guys, it does help out when you hit that like button. I hate to even ask it, but it's something that I've gotten accustomed to doing, and most of you guys have not complained about how you hate hearing it over and over and over again. So as long as that is the case, then you know, I'll definitely keep saying it. Again, we will catch you guys next time. Have fun, guys.
Later.